Many times throughout Hands of Poker, you will be faced with options to check, make a bet, fold, call, or raise. But what do these actions mean? Let's join this table and take a look through the 5 basic betting options. If none of your opponents have bet before you in the current betting round, you have the option to check. Checking means you elect not to make a bet and you're passing the action to the next player. You keep your cards and you also retain the option to raise later in the same betting round, known as a check raise. The first player to make a wager during a betting round is making a bet. They are effectively saying, I have the best hand at the table and I'll bet this many chips on it. Like the name suggests, in No Limit Hold'em, there is no limit to how much you can bet, from the minimum, the size of the big blind, up to your entire chip stack. If someone makes a bet that you do not want to match, you have the option to fold. Folding doesn't cost any chips, but means you throw away your cards and any chance you might have had at winning the current pot. If one player bets and everyone else folds, that player wins the pot without having to show their cards. Calling is the action of matching the amount another player has previously bet or raised. If you think that you might have the best hand, or might make the best hand but you're not so sure that you want to raise, you should call. To raise is to make an even bigger bet than your opponent's. When making a raise, you are effectively saying to your opponent, I'm so sure that I have the best hand that I want to bet even more chips on it. The raise must be at least as much again as the previous bet in the same round. So if the opening bet is 50 chips, to raise you must match that 50, your opponent's initial bet, plus another 50, making your minimum raise a total of 100 chips. If you choose to bet all of your chips, this is known as going all in. It's the biggest bet you can make, but use it wisely. You can win big with it, but you can also lose everything you have at the table. And despite what TV and films would have you believe, if your opponent bets more chips than you have, you don't have to reach into your pockets for the keys to your car or house to match the bet. Instead, you simply have to go all in with what you do have, and your opponent gets back the difference. You can go all in at any time in a hand, pre-flop to the river. If you get just one caller, then no more betting can occur. The whole cards are turned face up and the dealer deals out the remaining community cards, and the 2 cards are compared at showdown to determine the winner. Let's recap. There are 5 main betting actions: check, bet, fold, call and raise. If someone bets more chips than you have, you can still play and go all in for the amount of chips you do have. When betting, the minimum bet is equal to the current big blind. The maximum you can bet at any time is your entire chip stack. And those are the basics of the betting in poker. See you soon for more lessons in the Academy.